Welcome to the old 1920s apartment. Cheap rent, great location. Everything seemed perfect at first. It was a dream come true, nestled in the heart of the city with an irresistible charm of the past. The high ceilings, the vintage mouldings, the antique fixtures, all whispered tales of a bygone era. I was smitten. But as the days turned into nights, a sense of unease began to creep in. The once welcoming charm started to feel eerie. The antique fixtures no longer whispered tales. They echoed a chilling silence. The high ceilings seemed to press down on me, hiding secrets in their shadows. Late at night, the silence would be broken by strange sounds. Soft scratches, like nails on plaster, faint but persistent. Whispers would follow, an old woman's voice, raspy and pleading. "Alex, come closer," it would say. I would search, but find nothing. The whispers started to grow louder. "We're in here, help us." And the scratches traced lines, like fingers from inside the walls. Sleep became a luxury. The whispers and scratches wouldn't let me rest. My nights became a symphony of eerie sounds, a cacophony that gnawed at my sanity. The whispers wound their way into my dreams, and the scratching seemed to follow me even in my waking hours. The whispers, once faint and unintelligible, now echoed with a chilling clarity. "Alex, come closer," they would beckon, a raspy voice that sounded like it was born from the very walls of my apartment. The voice was that of an old woman, pleading, begging. It was like a ghostly serenade that filled the lonely silence of my apartment. In the midst of my growing panic and desperation, I made a decision. One night, as the whispers reached a crescendo, I mustered all the courage I had left. I yelled back, my voice shaking, "Leave me alone!" There was a moment of silence, a brief respite that felt like the calm before a storm. Then a laughter echoed through the apartment, a twisted, bone-chilling laughter that seemed to reverberate from the very walls that trapped me. Sleep-deprived and terrified, I decided to dig deeper. I needed to know what was happening, what was causing these whispers, these scratches. I Googled the history of the building, and what I discovered was horrifying. In the 1930s, a fire had ravaged the apartment building. But the real horror was not the fire, it was the aftermath. The landlord, in a twisted bid to cover up the incident, had bricked the victims into the walls. The chilling truth hit me like a cold wave. The whispers, the scratches, they were the echoes of those trapped, those who had met their end within these very walls. The whispers became clear, their message unmistakable. "You're next. Join us." The desperation in their voices was now replaced with a sinister certainty. I found out about the fire in the 1930s, about the people bricked alive into the walls. The whispers became clear. "You're next. Join us." I couldn't stay there anymore. I moved to a friend's couch. The words spilled out of me in a rush, relief crashing over me like a wave. The whispers, those eerie, insistent voices, they stopped. The silence was deafening, but it was a welcome reprieve. Days turned into nights, and for a while it seemed like I had managed to outrun the terror. The scratching, the voices, the fear, they were all left behind in that accursed apartment. I breathed, I slept, I lived. But this peace, this calm, it was deceiving. One night, the scratching returned, not on the walls, not on the floor, but inside my head. It was as if 1,000 tiny claws were scraping against the insides of my skull. And then, the whispers. "We're with you now." Their chilling words echoed in my mind, a haunting refrain. We never left the walls. Sweet dreams, guys. Share your wall stories. We've journeyed through the harrowing tale of the whisper in the walls, where the past refused to stay buried. While our protagonist found temporary solace, the eerie whispers followed, echoing a chilling reminder. They never truly left the walls. Have you ever heard whispers in your walls? Maybe a scratch or two that couldn't be explained? Do you have a tale that sends shivers down the spine? We'd love to hear your experiences. Horror thrives in sharing, after all. Remember, every squeak and creak in your house may not be as innocent as it seems. Stay vigilant, stay curious, and most importantly, keep sharing your stories with us. Our journey into the heart of horror continues, and we need brave souls like you to join us. So, hit that subscribe button, and let's uncover the mysteries lurking in the shadows together. Like and subscribe if you dare. Until next time.